But everybody was watching Tuscaloosa, Alabama, after Nick Saban on game day said, man, I didn't know all this was going on. I'm so happy. I'm having a good time. I never thought he'd be happy not coaching football, but he seems to be happy. And so far, Alabama fans are happy with his replacement.
There's no doubt. They looked really good against Western Kentucky. One of the members of that team, Tyler Booker, is with us now. He joins us each week on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline at this time. What is up, Tyler? How are you?
I'm great. How are y'all?
Doing fantastic. Thanks a lot. Lance said it in the first segment. Kalen DeBoer teams have been known for explosive plays, and boy, did Alabama have explosive plays Saturday night. I mean, you guys hit some home runs in that game.
Oh, we definitely did, and I feel like that's just how we practice. That's just what we expect, and we're going to be an explosive team this year, and we did a great job of showing that on Saturday, but we just have to continue to fine-tune some things so we can make sure that we do that week in and week out.
We were talking Ryan Williams. I mean, pretty good, 69.5 yards per reception. But the kid is 17 years old. Like, if you didn't know his age, I'm assuming there's no way he acts like a 17-year-old at practice, in the locker room around you guys?
At all. Not at all. Ryan conducts himself like he came in with me, honestly, and that's why I'm so proud of him. I'm very excited for him, and his success is not a surprise to me. Just the way he's just approached everything since he's gotten here. I'm just very excited to see what other crazy numbers he puts up through the rest of the season.
We keep hearing how much more fun you guys are having, which isn't a shot at the way it was done. It's just you guys are having fun. It's a little different. They talked about it a lot in the broadcast. There were some pictures in the TV broadcast of after an interception or a touchdown, the guys gathering for a picture in a group, NFL style, on the sidelines. Do you feel like you can still be a disciplined football team and still do all that stuff?
No, of course, and that's just due to our maturity. There's a lot of older guys on this team that know how to be like, hey, like, let's lock in, but there's also a good amount of youth who is also making sure that we have fun and making us remember when we were that age and that young. So there's a good mix between the ages, and there's a lot of leaders on the team to be like, hey, we need to lock in as well. So we have a great balance of having fun and also handling business.
All right, so take us back to pregame. The guy that plays next to you all of a sudden gets hurt in pregame warmups. He's on the sidelines in a slam. That's a weird deal. You don't see that often. All of a sudden, you got a new guy next to you. I mean, how? That seems like I could throw you off a little bit.
Yeah, for anybody else, it would throw you off. But me, my journey of playing here at the University of Alabama, I actually started off when I played my freshman year. I was bouncing from left guard to right guard. So I feel like I'm really good at adapting to who I'm playing next to. And me and Pritchett actually had all spring to work next to each other because Kadyn wanted to take an extended spring break and go back to Iowa. So me and Pritch got some good timing this spring.
Hey, you might not be able to answer this because it wasn't a tight game. You guys dominated from the jump. But how different was post-game locker room from a win the last couple of years to this win under Kalen DeBoer? Was it any different?
I feel like we just danced a little bit more. We enjoyed the win a little bit more, and that's the thing. Like, I feel like everybody's enjoying everything a lot more. You know, I mean, we're being where our feet are. I feel like Coach Saban really tried to get us to do that when he was here last year, but I feel like we're actually buying into doing that, like being where our feet are now. Like, we're like in that locker room, we're not worried about next week. We're just worried about enjoying what we just did. All 63 of those points we put on Western Kentucky.
Now, you said last time you joined us you were going to find out who plays the music in practice, and you said there's a good chance it's DeBoer because of these old 80s injections. What about post-game locker room? You said a lot of dancing. Who was in charge of the playlist?
Oh, so in the locker room, that's Malachi Moore's job, and he did a great job this past game.
Y'all still sing the fight song, I assume. Do you peek over and see if Kalen DeBoer has the words memorized yet? Was he lip syncing in some places, you think?
He had one of those tablets with the lyrics going by.
No, he did a great job for the first part, but they're like in the middle of the song. I forget exactly where it is. Everybody kind of
Well, that's okay. The fans do that too, yeah.
But the beginning and the end, everybody knows, and he did great with that.
Okay, so you know, all due respect to Western Kentucky in that win, the schedule will get gradually tougher. You know, USF this weekend, Wisconsin. Everything can't be all rainbows and ponies. is there one thing your big experienced mind looked at and says, we got to get better at this? What would you say that is?
Execution. Definitely execution, just because we had a lot of unforced errors. We need to start fast. Like the first plays of both halves were 3 and outs, and that just can't happen with explosive as we are, us being that explosive. We just have to capitalize off of that, and we have to start fast and finish fast. Like we're gonna, like you said, like our schedule gets progressively harder, and we can't afford to fall behind and miss out on scoring on every possession. Like we need to take advantage of every possession. So just executing, but I'm not necessarily concerned, just because that stuff like that happens with time. Like there was a transition last year from coordinator and the way we were calling plays last year when we went from Coach O'Brien to Coach Reese, now Coach Reese to Coach Sheridan. That's also another transition that we're adapting to, but we're going to get all those things wrinkled out this week.
I have lived in this state my entire life. Tyler Booker is with us. He is on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline, which means I've watched a lot of Alabama football. These guys have grown up in this state. They've watched a lot of Alabama football. They can correct me. I don't ever remember Alabama captains wearing the C on their jerseys. Do you guys remember that?
No.
So you will forever go down as one of the first players in Alabama history to wear that C on your jersey. What does that mean to you?
It means the world to me, and it means just like it means the world to me to be a captain. To have that honor of being a captain is just great. It's a blessing. That's something I focused on becoming when I got here in Tuscaloosa, here to the University of Alabama. To have that C on my chest now, that just adds to the legacy, man. So I'm just truly blessed, and I appreciate all my teammates and coaches for believing in me.
Okay, when you look at the box score, Cole Adams only averaged a little over 8 yards per punt return. But it seemed like he was about to get one on the outside on 2 different. In practice during fall camp, was he a guy that could electrify returning the punts?
So we do special team when they're working on punt. We're usually doing pass protection, but just seeing the way that Cole moves, how explosive he is, how shifty he is, it definitely was a no-brainer that he would be back there. And I feel like him only averaging 8 yards, 8 yards of return. That's just he'll get better with experience. That was his first time doing it live in a game in college. So I'm very excited to see how he progresses and how he learns when to make those cuts, when to let some blocks develop. And I'm just very excited for him. He's going to have a great year as well.
And fans are interested. I see them talking about it in the chat room. They want to know, just schedule-wise, is it any different under Coach DeBoer than it was Nick Saban? Like your Sundays, what happens on Sundays, what happens on Mondays as you guys recover from the win on Saturday night?
So the difference is what we would do on a Monday last year is what we do on a Sunday. So we end up having we have today off. And it's optional if you want to get your lifting on Sunday or Monday. I decided to get my lifting on Monday just so I'm making sure that I'm the type of guy that likes to do something every day. So that's really the biggest difference. And we also practice in the morning as well. So I have the rest of my day. I have to go. Well, I would have had to go on to class if it was in Labor Day. Yeah. But then I'll have the rest of the day to myself. And then my family's in town. My grandmother and my mom and my sister, they're all in town. So they cooked a big meal for me last night. So it's just great being able to spend time with them.
Yeah, be honest though, when he told you that schedule and you were like, Mondays were off, I made that deal with the next round guys. I wish I'd have made it for Tuesday.
Honestly, it worked out perfectly. I was like, man, I got time to talk to my guys now.
I like that.
And you know us well enough to know you're not going to mention that Granny and Mom cooked a big meal without us asking you to walk us through it. So walk us through what they cooked.
So fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, yams, and one of my favorites that I don't get often is lima beans. I love lima beans. I always love them. And my grandmother makes them the best. So
how many pieces of chicken? How many pieces of chicken did you eat?
They got the super big drumsticks. I only had 3.
Yeah, only 3. Yeah,
basically a whole chicken.
Yeah. so lima beans. So she throws like some ham in there, ham hock or anything like that.
Butter, ham, salt and pepper.
I think piece of turkey neck or something like that.
Yeah, a little turkey neck.
Yeah,
that is good. That is good.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope you can play after eating all that. What's your playing weight? What do you play at?
I play at 335 right now.
335?
Yeah. That's down.
3 chicken legs.
Yeah. What's the biggest you've been?
The biggest I've been was last year, 350, 355 last year.
Ooh. Down 20 pounds from that.
Yeah. We talked about it last week when I told you I thought you looked great, and you said you were doing that to increase a little agility and speed. You got out there in the game. Did it pay off? Is that what you wanted?
Oh, definitely. I just feel like I'm moving a lot more. I'm more of a fluid mover. Whenever I got out in space, I felt a lot faster. I felt like I could break down if I had to. I felt like I could run through a guy's face if I had to when I opened up a pool. So the hard work in the offseason definitely paid off.
You could see it in that first Jalen Milroe touchdown run, man. You guys got out there. I thought you were going to outrun him to the end zone.
Oh no, yeah,
I never thought
I try
that.
to be. I got to let him score. Very confident.
I don't want to steal his thunder. I'm gonna hit this guy real quick and let him dance in there. Yeah,
exactly.
All right, Alabama and South Florida back at Bryant-Denny Stadium, 6 o'clock, ESPN Saturday night. Best of luck in that one, Tyler. We'll see you next Monday.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
All
Roll
right,
Tide.
Thank you. Tyler Booker with us on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline. Joins us every single Monday at that time.